About My Money TV. It's your boy King Kaos, man. We back, Barz2Brickz with my guy Mikey Swisher. What up, Mike?
What's up, bro?
And we back in with another. It's like, boy, they keep coming, boy. I told you, man.
Yeah.
It's rolling downhill now.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one too. We always let our guests introduce themselves, so we're gonna let this one introduce itself, man, and then we gonna get into his story, man. What's up with you?
What's going on, man? First and foremost, man, appreciate y'all for inviting me, man. It's always an honor to be amongst good people, man. My name's Cedric Myles, born and raised out west, Hallville. Ain't throwing up no, what I'm saying, glorifying where I'm from, but, just letting y'all know who I am and who y'all hollering at.
Now, the background is important, man. I tell all our guests that the background is important because a lot of time the youth need to know where you come from to understand where you at today. So we appreciate that, man. I started off always just with, explain to the people how you got to us today. I know where we met you at, but, how did you go through the situation you was in, and where did you start out in that?
Oh, man, okay. So, but like I said, born and raised on the west side, man. Ended up getting into them streets, like, what I'm saying? That's what was available to us. So, we became pretty much a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was doing it, so why not do it? It was a means to an end. Got caught up in them streets, man. Did 2 fed bids. Came to the conclusion, like, man, I don't want to do no life sentence. I don't want to be there for the rest of my life, man. So I had to change my whole thought process, my whole mentality. So when I finally came back home the second time, man, I'm saying? I pretty much my hustle never changed. I just changed my product. Instead of me moving product, I became the product, man. While I was in there, man, I did a whole lot of self-education. I mean, I know a lot of people think that because you go to the feds, like, club fed, like everything's sweet in the feds. But, man, that's a myth, bro. Like, the feds is just as grimy as the state. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different. It's just the network is bigger. You just meet people from all around the U.S.
Absolutely.
So the opportunities to get caught up is just as real as it is, and to get ate up is just as real as it is in the state. But it's also an opportunity to meet some individuals that you'll probably never meet in your life because, again, you're meeting people from all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
So, I spent a lot of time, man, just, talking to different individuals. I ain't spent a lot of time. Most of the time, when you locked up, we, sports. We in the sports, and we in the BET, and we in the watching TVs and all of that type of stuff. And, man, I came to the conclusion, man, like, that was just a waste of time, man. If I got this time, I need to make the best out of my time while I was in here. So I spent a lot of time with, like, those Caucasians because it ain't nothing that me and you could talk about. You can't tell me nothing about no dope. You can't tell me nothing about no whip game. And then a lot of the conversations is, I remember wins. Man, I remember, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you've been there, so that's the conversation, man. I remember when. So it wasn't no more I remember wins for me, man. It was like
moving forward.
I know what I'm trying to do when I get home, so I don't be having these conversations. I remember wins no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I self-educated, man, and got around them people who could teach me something because I wanted to know what they had. Yeah. Because one thing that I came to understand was that any other, like the type of individuals that I was around, under normal circumstances, they'd have never had a conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
But in that setting, we was on even playing ground. It was a level playing field. They didn't have no choice but to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I took advantage of that, bro, and they taught me.
Yeah.
So, you educated us, man, on that. But I already kind of seen it because the way they moving now with the federal cases is gangs is now federal cases. Record labels is now. Before it was actually the high end criminals, the ones. So now that they funneling in gangs in and they funneling all these other people in the feds, you just turn into another clearinghouse for criminal. It don't matter what type of criminal you are. You might be broke on the block, but you got that red flag, got that blue flag, you can get a Fed case now. So they down there acting a fool just like in the county, just like in a regular jail. So
Yeah,
so while you was mixing and mingling in club Fed, what kind of books was you reading, bro? What was kind of the spark with you that got you thinking differently, moving differently?
Man, I wanted to learn how to properly set up a corporation, how to run a corporation, how to be business minded. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to learn the benefits of insurance and how important that is for us to have because, I mean, you can ask like maybe 7 out of 10 people, maybe only 3 of them got life insurance.
Absolutely.
not as if we're invincible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that's for sure. We all gonna get up out of here.
It's
So
the absolute truth.
how you gonna leave your people behind when it's time for you to go, bro? Like that's important, and the cost of it is minimal, man. But again, that's something that we neglect.
Yeah.
We'll spend $200-$300 on a pair of Jordans, but we won't even spend $50-$60 a month on life insurance.
Man, it could be
policy.
cheaper than that. It could be $11, man.
You feel me?
For your children, cause you got a lower liability on them to die, so it's cheaper, and you can actually your kids just for the people out there in the world. What he's saying is we don't understand that if you put your child, you got a young child, you put him on some insurance. If they live past their 18th birthday, they can actually borrow against it. If it's whole life insurance, they can actually borrow against it. Absolutely. They can help them into their education. It's so many other layers. It's so many other layers to insurance. So I just want to kind of put that out there before you go too fast. Because sometimes it's going over our head, man. You say insurance and they don't understand. My mother, although she was, she'll be 83 Wednesday. She was educated on that, and she got all of her kids' insurance, man. And I got in trouble one time, and I needed that. You know what I used it for? Bail.
You're right.
The wrong reason.
The wrong, right? But it
I mean, it was available.
It was available.
You know
But
what
it
I mean?
was available. I had a $10,000 bond, man.
We got to realize we are walking banks. You know what I mean? Use that as a bank.
Come on now.
Instead of running to these people.
Yeah.
And putting your money in that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they good investment vehicles as well, bro.
So
yes,
you was learning about corporations,
business,
how to set up a corporation, how to run a corporation, how to LLC, and how to protect your assets, how to prevent you from, you know what I'm saying, when you get out there and get into business, so that if something do go wrong, they can't come after your personal stuff.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? It's the business. The business is its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I got to learning about that different type of stuff, man. I set both of my companies up before I touched down. So when I came home, all I had to do was get the ground. Get the moving, bro.
Mm-hmm. So when you came home, because I want to kind of transition into the work you doing.
Okay.
So when you came home, how did you fall off into what you doing, bro? And explain to them
let them know
what's
about
the name
your organization.
of your organization.
All right. So when I came home, man, like what I wanted to do, like I knew I wanted to get into the real estate, bro. So like that was the first thing that I went into. My background was I'm HVAC certified, so by trade I'm a refrigeration pipe fitter. So I can install whatever and do all of that. And it's funny how I got into that, bro. Let me tell you about that, bro. Before and I'm gonna get into the other thing as well.
Yeah.
So like we going through this program that the only program that the feds offer, which is like the drug program, which give you a year off if you complete it. So I'm in there with a friend of mine, man. And he just like, bro, like, man, I want to get into refrigeration and HVAC. I was like, all right, then go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Get into it, bro. That's cool. That's, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I ain't got no interest in it. So he was like, man, I just don't think that I'm going to be able to keep up with our workload with the RDAP program and do the refrigeration too. So I was like, man, if you're really serious about it, I said, I'll go through the program with you. That way we help each other. So I get into it, and I'm start learning about refrigeration, man, and the type of money you can make off of it, having a skilled trade. So softball season come up. He drops out of the program to play softball. So I'm like, Mario, like, bro, what's up, bro? He's like, man, softball time. I was like, man, are they still drafting from the feds for you to play baseball when you go home?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man, this is just what I do. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, I said, so, I went through it. Man, got every certification I could get through that. Man, I got serious in it. Got every certification I could get through with it. So we go home. He go back to Cleveland. I go to Indianapolis. He go home. He can't find a job. As soon as I go home, dude, I ain't have no experience. I went straight to an apartment complex and got hired because I was HVAC certified and EPA certified, bro.
Sweet.
He called me. He's like, bro, like, what you doing? Like, man, I can't even find a job. I said, man, it's funny that you said that. I said, man, guess where I'm working at? He was like, where? I said, man, I work at an apartment complex. I got the job because I'm HVAC certified. He was like, man, you bulls. I was like, real talk. So he even came down here to see me, bro. So I rode him around and everything. And man, he went back on up there, man.
And got on.
Went back.
Went back. I went to the joint.
He messed up, went back, man. But man. I'm saying he he got out of something that was gonna be beneficial to him.
That's a cautionary
To go
tale,
play
man.
to play sports, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, priorities
And you know, bro, I'm glad you gave that story because there's so many. I done seen that time and time and time again in my stint, right? Like brothers make up excuses. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's messing up my TV watching basketball. You know, I mean, it's serious and it's sad
The
that
most ignorant
you're
thing.
not. So in the state, I'm kind of reverting a little bit. So in the state, they took away all the trades, right? But we was able to get. While I was at the city, we was able to get college education, but they took the barbering away, and they left us with culinary arts. But dudes was making excuses after excuses to not go into college. You know, and I'm glad you brought that up because for those that got loved ones out there and those is even in the joint that's listening to us, man, get your trade,
Man.
or learn, ask your people to send you some books. And that's one thing we're going to have to start doing too. We're going to have to start taking donations so we can start helping brothers get books.
Man, Cash App
And-
is in
and-
the description, man.
And get books on the inside. You know what I mean? Because y'all have to have y'all trades coming out here.
that's something you can't take from.
You can't take from you.
Listen, I know that Barz2Brickz is a platform for brothers going in and coming out, but we need to do that, period. Because young brothers on the street have the access to these trade programs. And prayers up to my brother Big A. I can remember when we was out here, he in the hospital right now, one of my day one homies. But I was telling him, I remember when we was out on the street and we both had a baby at the same time. Our sons is the same age. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to get into this plumbing apprenticeship, right? And he like, you know what, bro? I was thinking about doing it late. I said, do it, bro. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Because real niggas do real things. If I'm about to do something to elevate myself and there's something out there that can elevate you, do it, bro. We gotta support each other on doing positive, bro. Streets, feds, penitentiary, I don't care where you at. Let's do something positive. Let's elevate each other to do positive and you know, push each other to do something positive. Not just in the penitentiary. Let's do it from the streets. Let's not go to the penitentiary to get a trade, bro. This man just told you how HVAC got him into a job soon as he got out the penitentiary, and this nigga's walking around on the street right now who have
Asking for
access.
$1.
These young niggas is at the gas station,
asking
bro.
for $1.
Something I would never. At least gonna pump your gas. At least take your bags to the car for you. They
We
asking
ain't
for
looking
your
down on
change.
y'all neither. We just
saying it's another way.
Yeah, it's another way.
It's another way, man.
But okay, so you moving around, you got your HVAC.
HVAC.
Yep. So I went, you know, like I said, I got into that. Made bad choices, made some bad choices, and went back to them peoples, which was the dumbest thing ever. But again, looking back, man, you gotta trust the process, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I did that first one, and I obviously I didn't learn what I needed to learn. That second one which was, you know what I'm saying, it was a shorter stint, but that's the one that opened my eyes and let me know, like, bro, like this ain't it, bro. Like this ain't what I want to do. This ain't where I want to be at.
What was it that actually happened that you like, man? You know,
All right, so
I'm
check
cool,
this out.
man.
So check this out. So it's crazy. So you know when you in there, man, penitentiary ain't nothing but a small city inside a city.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. Same thing going on out here in the streets. Is the same thing going on in there. So you know, a hustle. So I'm in there. I'm hustling the same thing, bro. So it was like deja vu all over again, bro. Like they didn't kick my door in, but they kicked my cell in. You know what I'm saying? Came in, tossed it, put me back in the hole. And I'm sitting in there in the hole, like, bro, like. Why you keep reliving this like Groundhog Day? You keep reliving the same thing over and over again. Like, dude, like, are you tired? So, man, I laid down. They ain't find nothing, but again, I'm in there because you know the investigation. So I laid in my bunk. Everybody who they came and got, again, conspiracy. Everybody, they took us all. I'm laying in the bunk. Everybody yelling, saying, "You good? You good?" I'm like, man, I just got quiet. Man, I just asked the Lord. I was like, man, Lord, please, man, if you just remove that from me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do better. I'm going to serve you. You know, and just place me in front of the people that you need me to be in front of. And then, and I know you're going to prosper me. And then from that day forward, it's like something just lifted off of me, bro, and I just went to sleep. Everybody in there yelling, bro. I didn't hear none, man. I was just at peace. So I stayed in there for maybe, man, I stayed in there for about 90 days, bro. Came out, and the head SIS lieutenant, he came up. He was like, yeah, I got you. He said, man, I missed you on this. He said, but I'm going to catch you on the next one. And I looked up at him, man. I looked up at him like I had dreads and everything. I came out, cut him off. New person, new dude. Whole new mentality. And he came to me, he was like, yeah, I missed you on this. He said, but I'm going to get you on the next one. I said, man, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I said, man, that ship to sail, bro. I said, if you didn't get me right then, it ain't a chance in hell you're going to ever catch up with me again. He's like, all right. He said, I'm going to catch you. Straight and narrow. From there on out, bro. Until I touched down. I touched down, man, and it was just all about what I had planned to do.
Right.
And I came out, man. I went back to the maintenance thing. Well, I came out, and, bro, needed a job. I went to Donato's. $7.25 hour, bro. I needed a job. It didn't matter where it was. I needed a job. I got hired at Donato's because I used to own a DNC Pizza.
Yeah.
So I got the experience. So, man, I went to Donato's, man, and I grind until I got out the halfway house, and then I went back to apartment maintenance. So after I went to apartment maintenance, like I said, I had already set my companies up, which was Annette Holdings, which is my wife's name spelled backwards, and then Orange, which is Affordable Real Estate Management Solution, because I was getting into them houses. Mm-hmm. So, man, started doing apartment maintenance again, and then, man, just like out of the blue, like I got a phone call of somebody who was like, they was flipping houses, but they just needed cheap labor. I mean, dude, man, they wasn't paying us hardly nothing, man, going here and put these houses in, man. They was exploiting the heck out of the community, out of the neighborhoods, bro. But it was a means to it. It was opportunities for me to get my foot in the door, right, to get more experience on renovating
and learn
houses,
a little bit
bro.
of renovating the houses.
Yeah, renovating them houses. So, man, as that started carrying on, and one door, it's just like what I was telling you earlier, like, it's already predestined and pre-planned what it is you're gonna do. You just got to be patient and let it open up itself and just keep going, because, like, I didn't see none of this. Like, I'm getting calls out the blue. Like, how you even know about me? You know what I'm saying? And it's just one thing read to another. Man, I mean, if you a good dude, man, people going to be attracted to you, man, and opportunities going to open up, man. So how I got here, you're trying to figure out, okay, so the Fay Glick Center, which is a community center, neighborhood center off of 71st and Michigan Road, man, offer a lot of services and stuff to, you know what I'm saying, to the community. Mm-hmm. And from what my understanding is, they was put up there on the north side because it was underserved.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people moving up north, you know what I'm saying. The north used to be, when you live up north, you was
bougie.
Right, right. Bougie. But, man, it's just as hood up there as it is everywhere now.
They done kicked everybody out.
Yeah, they changing it because downtown they was trying to move everybody. That's why they putting these bus lines. Y'all see these bus lines shipping everybody downtown. The gentrification then re-inverse. It used to be, you know, the white people moved to the suburbs and the black people moving in the city. But they retroing that right now. It's been going on for a long time. If you don't know,
for a long time. Man.
Pay attention.
All the way back in 2008 when the market crashed, when they were making
that's what it was.
Capable of getting a house, man. It didn't matter what your credit was.
Bro, what I tell you about 2008?
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That was all pre-planned, man.
Yeah.
So
just like now,
they
coming.
If you don't know,
trying to get our money back.
If you don't know, they trying to get it back. If you don't get into this stock market, if you got a couple extra dollars, if you don't know, they bring the market down so it can bounce back. That's the only thing in this world that's gonna justify itself at the end. It's gonna rectify.
Oh man,
they trying to buy it off.
Yeah,
those two things gonna rebound. So don't
keep your money in it.
Use your brain.
Yeah, cause hey, land, they ain't building no more land.
They ain't making no more land.
No more land, bro. So whoever hold the land, hold the bag.
Absolutely.
So the Fay Center, man. So like, they got a multitude of programs, man. So you know, I've been seeing that center for a long time, man. And you should just ride past it. Didn't even know what all that offered. So
me too.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's how.
Cause
let's start there.
Let me. So I'm gonna tell you how we ran into you. All right. So we go to Andre Carson's.
It was a youth job fair.
It was a
actually.
youth job fair. The resources. So we go there. We meet the one brother. Man, I'm so mad I can't think of the brother.
Man, we met so many people that
We met
day.
the one brother. He gave us referral to the DeterMan.
Yeah.
DeterMan. Yeah.
He gave us a referral. So I'm like, man, bro, because the whole thing with me coming home, right? A lot of these organizations are just saying they are just to get the resources.
Getting that grant money.
I tell him, I'm like, bro, let's see what's going on with this, right? So as I'm going through it, he hit us back. So I'm like, let's go check him out. Let's go up here and check it out. Right? Me and you had communication.
Yeah,
let's go up here.
yeah.
And so I told him on the way, I said, bro, we ain't going to mention nothing about Barz2Brickz. Nothing. Let's just go up here. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so genuine when we got to rapping. Like, man, we got a hook.
Yeah, because he told
you know
I'm sitting
saying?
over there crying. He like, man, I'm telling him about this.
Yeah, I got to tell him about this. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
man, listen, again, though, like, I ain't see this coming. Like, me being up at the Fay, taking over Project DeterMan, I didn't see that coming, bro. I got involved in the Fay. They got a program called the FAST program, which is it's designed to help families become financially stable. Those is just right there. They just need a little extra push to become financially stable. So my neighbor, and I'm gonna introduce you to my neighbor later because I mean he's a good dude. He'd be somebody great, somebody different that y'all can have here. But he's my neighbor. Good guy named Amar Patel. So you know, me and him, we was talking. We was out in Broad Ripple when we was at a bar. Me, him, and my wife, we was just sitting there just talking. And he told us about he told me about the FAST program. So when they told me what it was to do, and I'm like, man, that's something that, you know what I'm saying, we'd love to be a part of, become volunteers, you know what I'm saying, that we can help out. So he was like, okay, that's great. So when they put the program in place, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife, we, you know what I'm saying, we up there, we volunteer, we meet with the families and everything. They having what these things called Pitch Fest. And so they were having a hard time getting through to the men. You know, the women, they're gonna go, and they're gonna go because they're gonna do whatever it takes in order for the family to be successful.
Yeah,
for the family to be successful. So if this is a program that's offering them something, they're gonna do it. But us as men, black men, we've been conditioned not to trust.
The ego, man.
Period. We don't trust. We don't want nobody in our house. We don't want nobody in our business. We don't know these people. We don't know y'all. So we ain't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about y'all gonna do all this stuff for us. Like, what's the catch?
Yeah.
So the men wouldn't engage, so they couldn't bridge the gap. Me and my wife, we were actually the only blacks volunteers, and we were actually the only blacks from the neighborhood. So they needed somebody who could bridge the gap with the men. So they asked me, they're like, okay, Cedric, like, would you be willing to take on a position like to develop a relationship with the men so we could get them engaged because to let them know that it's true. So that's how I ended up. So as opposed to being, we were supposed to only be assigned to one family. So me and my wife, we got assigned to every family. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, develop relationships with all the men.
Right.
And the men, we got good relationships, great relationships now. So Project DeterMan was already there. Just I didn't know what it was. I went up there a couple of times, and you know what I'm saying, it was another individual who was running it at the time. And, you know, I went up there a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, because, again, I was getting engaged with the men, so I was trying to get involved with with the Fay as well. And I went and was just like, I ain't coming back to that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a waste of my time. So, like, I could be doing something else on my Saturdays. So, my actual immediate supervisor, we grew up together. So, been knowing her, you know what I'm saying, since we was kids. We grew up in all of it together. And she was up there. You know what I'm saying? She was over that whole department. And so she was like, bro, like, she thought that I was one of the donators, one of the investors in the program. I was like, no, sis, we just volunteers.
Right.
And so she was like, man, like, can you help with Project DeterMan? I was like, man, y'all already got somebody who run all of that. So then one day I went up there, and she was just like, such and such quit. And I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, he quit. She's like, bro, I want you to run. I was like, yeah, you know, I got
too much going
on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I said, but we can have a conversation. And so not knowing, man, she had already had this pre-planned. Like, again, it was already pre-planned. So, you know, I got my own businesses and all that. You know, I got the trucks and all that. And they were just like, man, like, he would be great for the position. But, you know what I'm saying, we don't want him to have to choose between what he doing. He don't need the job. You see what I'm saying? But it's not even about the job, bro. Man, I accepted the position, man, and I'm trying to build Project DeterMan. I think, I mean, it's personal to me because the resources that they have is the resources that I wish I had when I came home. That was it. I didn't know that they existed. So when I'm hearing about all the stuff they got, I'm like, what? Like, so
that's how we were.
How do we get this out there to let people know that it's out here?
Yes.
So,
and that's what Barz2Brickz is for.
So basically, what they did was, man, I said, man, y'all just put me back on them streets.
So, okay, could you give me a little backdrop on DeterMan? What is the focus and what is the mission statement?
And what all do y'all offer at the Fay Glick Center? Because I was totally surprised. So just break all that down for the people.
At the Fay Glick Center, man, the Fay Glick Center, we offer, at the Fay, they got a LACE department, which is the Latino and African community department. They assist with immigration issues, you know what I'm saying, citizenship.
Okay.
They do all of that type of stuff. We got a gear department. We got a family stabilization department. We got social services. We offer mental health services, health and wellness, financial literacy, financial coaching, workforce development, skills trades. But my department is Project DeterMan. So what Project DeterMan is deter man. So any obstacle that's in your way is what Project DeterMan is designed to do, is try to remove those barriers so that you could become successful. The only qualifications to be a part of it, bro, is you got to be 18 years old. So if you got a background, cool. If you don't, great. It's supposed to be between the ages of 18 and 45, but for me, man, I personally believe, man, I ain't turning no man down. You could be 54, and if you want to be a part of it, come be a part of it, because at 54, you got something to offer that 19-year-old.
You dig?
That I don't have. You know what I'm saying? You got more
Right.
life experience than me. I'm only 48. I ain't going to be able to reach every single individual, but somebody in that room might be able to reach that individual. You know what I'm saying? Your story you might be able to connect with that one right there.
Right.
My story might be able to connect with something, but what I've come to find out is if you're not in the room, there's no connection.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And you only as great as your network. Every individual got something to contribute.
Hey,
That's
we
why
all-
we've been trying to build this network.
Man, we all resources.
you know,
So we got to tap into each other.
right,
I need to know what you know.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You did 21 years, so you learned something in them 21 years
Yeah,
that somebody else ain't gonna have the opportunity to experience what you experienced.
for
You
sure.
see what I'm saying? I mean, we all trying to go in a certain direction. We all got some place that we trying to make it to. We got a destination, but it's just we all gonna. It's multiple ways to get to that same destination, because you went through 21 years and we still ended up here today.
Yes. And it was a beautiful, beautiful journey on how I met you, though, bro. So, what would you give? Kind of advice would you give brothers that's coming home? What to do and how to actually get their feet planted, you know, on stable soil.
Man, listen, seek the resources that's available. Again, like I said, when I came home, man, I didn't even know they was out there, bro. You in that halfway house, they tell you get a job, they're going to take half your check. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them to get out there. They're going to let you go home. You still got to pay them, even though you're at home. So I mean, man, just you got to start with changing your mentality, your mind state, because if that don't change,
You're going to be stuck.
ain't nothing else changing, bro.
Something powerful that you said, and I want you to continue, is that you went to Donato's. Bro, listen, I done been down there, and niggas working in the laundry room for 12 cents, and you go to that job every day. But you get out here on these streets, and you won't work for that $12. And it blows me. I don't understand how you have a family, you have people to take care of, and you'll let them work you for 12 cents, an 8-hour shift, but you won't come home and work for that $10,
your
$12.
family.
For your family.
For your
loved ones, for the people who... I can't imagine my daughter looking at me and I can't provide for her. I never understood the mind frame of saying, you know what, a job is beneath me. Man, everybody got to get to it, man.
But see, that's part of the... I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because this is part of the reason I came to bro with this idea, is because I wanted brothers to actually see brothers like yourself, brothers like Nut, like all the brothers that we done had on this platform come home and be successful.
Absolutely.
And because there's really no excuse.
It's no excuse, bro.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
No, I got a felony, or I've been locked up, or, man, I just did 10, 11 years. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Acknowledge it, accept it, and, bro, so what's next?
Yeah. Keep moving.
Keep moving, bro.
Yeah.
That's it, man. And, man, once you change your mentality, man, and because you hungry anyway, that hustle, if that hustle is in you, it's in you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Just find another hustle.
Cause like one of my little brothers, man, you know, we just had him up here the other day. You know, he got a little discouraged, you know what I'm saying? Because he went to the PACE program He went through that, and he wasn't offered a job after he went through that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you tell that type brother that is out here getting discouraged? You know what I'm saying? And they keep plumbing away, you know, chipping away, but it's not coming to them. What would you?
My advice to that individual, because you see that a lot, bro, is being told no, being told no, being told no. But everybody who tell you no is just giving the opportunity for that right person to tell you yes.
Yeah.
Every no. It's just the opportunity. That's it's no for a reason. You see what I'm saying? But you can't allow yourself to be discouraged because of that. You see what I'm saying? Because that no is for that right individual to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
like
that
that.
yes is gonna come.
Yeah.
It's just being patient, bro. And I like what he just said, man. Like I tell dudes like all the time, bro. Like, man, I ain't going out to work. I said, listen, it's one of two things you're gonna do. You stay in them streets, you're gonna either work out here or you're gonna work in there.
Yeah.
But you gonna work.
You gonna work.
You gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's either you want to, like he said, you want to work out here for 18. Man, I can't work for 18. Okay, then go in there and work for 7 cents. You see what I'm saying? And a couple of ramen noodles.
I never understood it.
Man,
And then you're gonna be calling home asking for some money.
And now you're a liability. You're dependent.
Yeah.
But you're a grown man.
That's either you're a liability. There ain't no in between.
What you want to be?
Yeah.
Out here on these streets where you could be an asset.
So, where do you would like? Cause you just took over this project, DeterMan. So where do you want this to go, and what is your visions for it?
So my vision for Project DeterMan, because again, like I say, I'm real big on your network, man, and I've learned that more and more as I'm being put in different rooms that like I would have never.
And the street gang too.
Yeah, that I would have that I would have never thought that I would be in a room with these certain individuals, bro.
Right.
So, and that's what I want Project DeterMan to become. Yeah, okay, yeah, we offer the services and all of that. That's a given. Like, you know, like come on up there, and if that's all you need, that's all you want, then that's cool too. Come up there and get them because they're there for you.
They're available.
However, my vision for Project DeterMan is building like kind of like a sorority. You know what I'm saying? A brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Longevity, a fraternity.
Yeah.
I mean, sorority is a thing. But a fraternity, like long term, man, you build a relationship where we can hold each other accountable. We can be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? You get in the pitch, So Project DeterMan is not just 9 to 5. You see what I'm saying? If you call me at 9 o'clock at night and you in a bind, bro, call me. And I'm going to come and see if I can assist you to prevent you from doing something stupid. That's what Project DeterMan, it's a brotherhood. I'm trying to build it as a brotherhood, but that's my vision. So what I need to do is the individuals who are enrolled in Project DeterMan, I need to find out what is their vision for Project DeterMan.
Right.
How do you want Project DeterMan to assist you? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then, and as a community, and we support each other and we be around each other, bro, then we can all develop from each other. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, every one of us is a resource. So if you get in a situation, we all own houses, so when your air go out, don't call ASR.
Call
man,
me.
say it, do that.
Yeah. There you have it.
There you have it, because we are resources. When we need to do something, it's somebody in there that can offer something to each one of us. But again, we all got to come together, learn each other, understand each other. Ain't no judgment.
No.
Who am I to judge you?
For sure.
Who are you to judge me? Let's all just let's build a relationship, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Community resources. You only as great as your resource.
Yeah.
Man, that's it, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
Nothing in the world was built as an individual.
Nah.
Man, I think we was having this conversation just the other day, and I said nobody do nothing alone, man.
It's impossible.
And if you feel like you did it alone, just look back and see who helped you along the way, man. Somebody helped you.
It's impossible to do anything alone, man. It's strength in numbers.
It is. So, if you don't mind, man, give everybody your contact. We gonna have Project DeterMan and the Fate up there for y'all to.
We'll have all the information in the descriptions and all that good stuff.
Your Instagrams, your social media,
whatever you want to hand out, man.
I don't have no social media.
Okay, then that's
so everything
that's
that I met, everybody that I meet is through somebody that sent them to me, a referral, a contact, resources.
It's all meant to be.
I have no social media at all, man.
That's sweet.
Man,
that's what's
up.
up.
Try to meet people, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Try to keep pouring in, man. One of the biggest things that I learned, man, is you're not gonna always reap where you sow. You ain't. but you gonna reap.
You gonna reap.
But it may not be you. So man, keep sowing them seeds, man, and you just get yours from over here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get yours from over there because man, blessings is upon blessings, man. They come.
Yeah.
And when they start coming, bro, man, you ain't gonna be there like.
Sometimes the people you bless ain't where you get the blessing from. That's for sure.
Where you sow, man. So
that's for sure.
Man, I was like, man, I was successful in the streets. You know how I know that? The feds told me. When people came and got me. So that means I was, in order for you to get on that radar, that means you successful.
You was doing something
doing
right.
enough to make
doing something for them to notice you.
Right. So
let's do it in another way.
I'm gonna be successful out here now, man.
Yeah, let's do it in another way.
I do, man, but I do this because I love it, man. I greatly appreciate the opportunity that the Fay is providing me, man. Because again, at the end of the day, man, it just increased my reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got no boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what side of town you stay on, man. If you're interested in being part of Project DeterMan, come on up there at the Fay Glick Center, man, 2990 West 71st Street.
Yeah.
The phone number is. Man,
we'll have it on there.
They're gonna give you that information.
Yeah, we have
we'll
it
find it.
We'll have it up there. We'll put it up there for you.
I might got it somewhere.
But said, man, you know, I appreciate you, brother.
Man, I appreciate the opportunity.
And we gonna
Fay Glick Center. Hold on, 317-293-2600. That's 317-293-2600. I knew I was gonna
and
find
that address is 2990 West 71st Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46268.
We're gonna have all that information up so that y'all can see it. But I appreciate you, said.
Man.
And if you need me, man, I'm with it.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You need either one of us, man.
We with it, bro.
I'm good on this cameras. I can do a little editing, man. That's what we trying to build up here at Barz2Brickz. I always tell bro, we build not only, like you said, a fraternity. We building resources. So each one of us is a resource, and we following those resources. And if y'all need that, y'all can also contact us right here. Y'all know my email is trey4kingkaos@gmail.com. If y'all need any of the resources or y'all seen anybody that been on the show that y'all want to get in contact with, contact us here at Barz2Brickz, and we'll be happy to pass out the information. I appreciate you, Said. I appreciate you, Swish. It's been another episode of Barz2Brickz. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Man, nah, man. Again, like I said, man, y'all continue, man, doing what y'all doing, man. Let's get us out there, man, because, again, man, the more y'all get us out there, man, the greater we going to be.
Fay Glick Center, man, said Project DeterMan. We trying to deter man from doing all this crazy stuff out here in the streets, man. Let's do something different. Let's show them that it's a different way. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, man, and share this content. Yes, and we out.
Man.
Bruh. Hey, man, we here. We ain't have to kill.